It's time to get a checkup on the news with Issue Today and reporter Angela Chung. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Smia.
Thanks for coming in, even on a holiday, of course, and a
Sure, my
rainy holiday
pleasure.
at that. All right. Well, we're going to begin with the vaccination campaign updates, of course. We started vaccinations last Friday. Now, how many people have received the vaccine so far?
So I'm going to say a lot of numbers here, so
Okay.
please bear with me. A total of 1,217 people have been vaccinated nationwide on 27th of February, the second day of country's vaccination campaign, bringing a total number of those who received COVID-19 vaccines to 20,320 people across the country. On the first day of inoculation, 19,105 people were inoculated. The cumulative number so far accounts for 0.039% of the nation's population of 52 million. And the KDC PA, the Korea Disease Control and Prevention Agency, announced yesterday that on the first day of inoculation, 917 people received the AstraZeneca vaccine, while 300 received the Pfizer vaccine. The country launched its vaccination program with the AstraZeneca vaccines for patients and medical personnel aged under 65 in nursing hospitals. From these facilities, a total of 20,022 such people, or 6.5%, have been vaccinated until 27th. And out of 55,000 or so medical personnel at COVID-19 treatment centers who are subject to the Pfizer vaccine, a total of 300 people, or 0.5%, have been inoculated so far.
A lot of numbers, like you said, as long as you don't quiz us on any of those numbers. Could you also break those numbers down by maybe region as well?
Yes, if we break down the total number of people who received the vaccination based on 17 urban and provincial regions, Seoul has the largest number with 351. And 303 and 146 people were vaccinated in Gyeonggi province and Busan, respectively. And there were no vaccinations in Sejong City, Gangwon, North Gyeongsang provinces, and Jeju yet.
Okay, hopefully those regions will get their vaccines soon as well. You mentioned on the second day, only 1,200 people, a little over 1,200 people received their vaccination. A huge drop, actually, from the first day. There must be a reason for this big drop, right?
Right. The number of people who received vaccines has reduced on the second day of vaccination because the second day fell on the weekend. On Saturdays, a fewer number of personnel are working, and at many nursing facilities, vaccinations are scheduled on usually on weekdays when medical treatment is more easily accessible in case of any abnormal indications.
And there were some concerns about some abnormal side effects or reactions as well. We get an update on those numbers as well?
Yes, with the AstraZeneca vaccine, the first day, a total of 15 mild abnormal symptoms have been reported, including headaches, fever, nausea, and vomit. And actually, on the second day, 96 more reported, and another one for Pfizer. So a total of 112 reported cases of abnormal reactions by 28th.
Right. And authorities are, again, quick to remind us that they are sort of included and they were not that severe. Moving on to our second item. Today, of course, March 1st, Independence Movement Day. And I know that you have a lot of information regarding some cultural events. And there is a special campaign going on in commemoration of this special day as well.
Yes, this year's March 1st marks the 102nd anniversary of South Korea's March 1st independence movement against Japanese colonial rules. Vestiges of Japanese colonialism still remain in our daily lives. So Seok-dok, a professor of Seongshin Women's University, and Newest, the South Korean boy band, disclosed a campaign video where they replaced Japanese words used in our everyday lives with Korean language. This video, disclosed on 26th and jointly produced by Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism and 국어 문화원 연합회, introduces Japanese words that are still in use and teach and replace them with Korean words. So in the video, Newest is playing a bingo game to learn the right Korean words. So, for example, they learned that the correct Korean word for tsunami, meaning the earthquake caused seismic wave, is 지진해일, and the correct Korean word for 육교, meaning the pedestrian overpass, is 구름다리. And the right Korean word for the pattern of 땡땡이, meaning polka dot dots, is actually 물방울.
Very nice words, aren't there? The Korean versions, anyways.
Yes.
I think a lot of these Japanese words are just so permeated in our vocabulary. We don't even know sometimes that they are of Japanese origin. So this is a great campaign. Now, as we mentioned, it is a national holiday, but some places remaining open, as well as our studios here, are royal palaces and tombs. They're going to be open to the public.
Yes, the Cultural Heritage Administration's royal palaces and tomb centers announced that they will open major palaces such as 덕수궁, 창경궁, and 창덕궁 in commemorations of the Independence Day. Of course, the COVID-19 disinfection measures will be complied with during these special openings.
As far as I know, usually during these national 빨간 날 or the holidays, they're closed, right? Why are they open this year?
Yes, and especially on every Monday, usually they tend to close. But this special measure is to provide royal palaces and tombs in great harmony with nature to people who are having a difficult and tiring time due to the pandemic as a place to comfort and heal their weary minds. Indoor exhibitions and guide tours, however, will not be available as part of the COVID-19 disinfection efforts. So currently at 경복궁, the number of visitors per day is limited to 20% of the number of visitors from last year, while 덕수궁, 창경궁, 창덕궁, 종묘, the number of visitors per day remains limited to 30% of the capacity.
So unfortunately, we are scheduled to have rain all day, so that may put a little number of the people off. Once again, the indoor exhibitions and tours are not going to be available, so our listeners should be reminded of that. But there is something that people can look forward to that is indoors. If you go to the movie theaters, and I think a lot of people might be doing that on this holiday, there's going to be a special fashion show of traditional Korean clothes, the HANBOK, in select movie theaters. Tell us more about this.
The Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism announced that it will hold an event on hanbok to make Korea's hanbok culture well known in commemorations of South Korea's March 1st Independence Movement Day. In cooperation with Korea Craft and Design Foundation's Hanbok Advancement Center and CGV, a major Korean movie chain. So this fashion show titled 2020 Hanbok Wave will be held in CGV Hongdae, Pangyo, and Piccadilly, and the show will go on from today until the 15th. And those who visit the theaters can appreciate the show at the entrance of the theaters. During the show, 10 hanbok designers will present more than 160 pieces of hanbok, beautiful hanboks they have made in collaboration with celebrities such as Cheonga, Momoland, and Ambiguous Dance Company.
And the Ambiguous Dance Company, they are of course, the great dancing company behind those viral KTO videos, right?
Yes.
So that should be worth a watch as well. Once again, from the 1st, that's today, until the 15th at those 3 CGV events, theaters rather, in Hongdae, Pangyo, and Piccadilly. All right. Thank you very much, Angela, as always. Have a great day.
Yes, have a great day.
I'll see you again on Friday.
See you Friday.